Blind, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things blind people find challenging that you didn't think about before. So the first one is transit. Public transportation is accessible, right? Right? No. Actually, there's a lot of transportation that is not accessible because there is no audio, there is very few braille signage, there's very limited access to people who are blind or visually impaired, especially in a metropolitan like Vancouver. So as much as we have made progress in the last 20, 30 years, we're still working towards it. The second one is braille. Everyone thinks, oh, braille's everywhere, right? No, wrong. And not every person who is blind or visually impaired can read braille. But there's actually a huge level of inconsistency as to where braille can be accessed in public spaces. And funny thing is, there's actually braille on a drive-through ATM, but sometimes there's not braille on an elevator when you would expect there to be. Another one that is becoming more and more accessible but still struggles is websites and their adaptability to screen readers and stuff like that. Now, having a beautiful artistic website is great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Look at you go. Unfortunately, if my screen reader can't access it, I'm just going to move on. And unfortunately, that's the truth for most people who are blind or visually impaired. If we can't access your website, we're not going to use it. And it makes us feel very much segregated from those who can see. Another one is social stigmas. We've come a long way to considering people who are blind or otherwise disabled as, equals. But there's still a huge amount of stigma. My favorite thing is when people find out I'm blind and they start to speak louder and more clearly to me. I find that hilarious. I actually will just do it right back to them because, hey, sarcasm, right? But that's just another part of it, like learning how to combat that social stigma because it's there. It's always out there. There's always going to be people that are unaware or unwilling to learn about something that is different. So I have to learn how to cope with that. The final one is shopping independently. Now this is becoming easier. One thing that was good about the pandemic was the just explosion of Instacart, Uber Eats, all that online stuff that makes it so much easier for someone like me. But it does make it more difficult for me to go into a store and shop for something. It's damn near impossible because I have to navigate a layout, I have to figure out where things are, and just make sure that I'm getting the right product. I actually saw another influencer on here talking about the inconsistency of expiry dates. The fact that it's hard enough for those of us who are blind or visually impaired to find or to read expiry dates. Now we have to go and look all over a product just to find that expiry date. So, yeah, I wish there was a way that we could advocate for them to be all in the same spot, all the same font, all the same size, all the same color, but, that's that. So those have been 5 struggles that blind or visually impaired people struggle with, or that they have that you didn't think about before. I'm sure there's plenty more, and I'd love to hear any comments you have about this down below. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. I hope that you like this. Please subscribe and follow. See you next time.